So the top of the next page is a bit of a review. I'm going to go through this relatively quickly because I think most of these things you know already. But this is sort of a memory refresher because we have a couple of problems at the bottom of the page that are going to use some of the theorems and postulates that we've already learned. So, for example, number 7, and this is a little bit of a shorthand, and I'll try to read it out so it makes more sense. If lines are parallel, okay, if lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent. Okay, we already learned that. Number 8, if two lines are perpendicular, then they intersect at right angles. Okay, good. A midpoint of a segment divides the segment into two smaller segments with equal measure, or we could say into two smaller congruent segments. Number 10, vertical angles are congruent, or we can say have equal measure. You can use it either way. That means pretty much the same thing. An angle bisector divides an angle into two smaller congruent angles. Or we could say into two angles with equal measure. Right angles. We just did this in the last page. All right angles are congruent. All right angles are congruent. Number 13. Two pairs of angles are equal implies that they are congruent. Okay, if the measures are equal, then they're congruent. And finally, the term perpendicular bisector means both that the lines are perpendicular and that they are also a bisector. Okay? So that's that quick review.